The URL is togetherfor2020.org. And what I want to let you know is that we designed this site to address the needs of both individual activists as well as group leaders who are interested in organizing events or activities for their local group. Yes, for both group leaders and individual activists. We have 4 key components to the site that you'll want to use. This is a statewide shared calendar that I'll walk you through in a little bit. We also have training guides, both technical manuals for things like Slack and Zoom and Mobilize, as well as tactics guides for canvassing and phone banking and texting, things like that. And we also have what we're calling action kits. And you can think of these as step-by-step recipes for doing an action, whether they be postcarding to voters in Maine or texting. And then in addition, we have connections and links to things like our Slack workspace and to sign up for calls and office hours and other ways to get connected. There's a lot to take in, and so what we created were what we're calling dashboards to get you oriented to the site. So if you are an individual just looking to get further involved in your electoral work, you might want to take a look at our activist dashboard. The first things that you'll see there are getting connected, again, to Slack, which, as Michael said, is a communications tool connecting all activists. You can sign up for news and strategy calls. And then I wanted to show you the calendar. The calendar is a very powerful calendar. We're very happy with it because it lets you get right to the kinds of events and activities that you're interested in. So if, for instance, you're interested in helping defeat Susan Collins in Maine, you can go right to a campaign state, Maine, and see all events related to Maine. So here, all the events are related to texting. You can find an event you like, you can filter further down here. And when you get to the site, anyway, here we are, virtual text bag for Florida, and you can usually RSVP for an event right down there. Going back to the dashboard after the calendar, we've also put together what we're calling action pages. And these are organized again by either the tactic that you want to take on, texting, voter registration, postcards, or a particular key swing state that you want to work in. To be sort of a one-stop shop for that activity or state. So for instance, here's our postcarding page. This has all the events related to postcards, all the action kits related to postcards, as well as contact information, and even the primer to get you oriented. I want to have you take a look at what a action kit looks like. Here's our Florida Vote by Mail kit. This one has many steps. You can just open it up and walk through all that you need to do a Florida Vote by Mail. And again, if you have any questions, you can always go to the coordinators here who can answer them. Page as well, you can get to it from the dashboard, or we actually have these flyout menus here. So again, I want to take you to Maine, since that's one keen interest. Again, all the events related to Maine. Here you can join a Maine phone bank. And here's Paula Joseph from Swing Left Greater Boston, who is the main coordinator. I do want to give a shout out to Swing Left Greater Boston volunteers. They tirelessly put in all of the events on the calendar and do try to do a great job at collecting all the events. I do want to point out, I forgot to earlier, that you can also submit an event to the calendar here, and it'll ask you for all the information, and that will go on the calendar as well. Let's go back to the activist dashboard. So again, you can choose by tactic or by state. And then down here, we've got some training guides that you'll find useful. We have an organizing dashboard, which is very similar. However, our organizer kits are geared to group leaders who might need help in, for instance, hosting a virtual event, how to host a Zoom call, those kinds of things are on the organizing dashboard. Our resources, all of our training guides are here. They're also on those pages contextualized, but you'll find the whole listing of them here. And we also have a news feed. I'm going to go back to the home page for a second. The news feed actually shows up here as well. So anything that comes in, and if you sign up under Connect, get connected sign up, you'll get news and bulletins as they come in for the things which you expressed interest in, either by a state or by an activity. And the last thing I wanted to point out are all the partnering organizations that make up the Together for 2020 group. Michael mentioned some of them earlier. We have them listed down at the bottom here. And they're the ones, all of us are volunteers providing the information for the website. And we're hoping that you will join us in filling it out more.